after we started homeschooling, and he had time on his hands, right? He took well, it was over the summer after he dropped out of second grade. He took a theater camp, and we had tried him in all sorts of activities, and just nothing stuck. And he was kind of cranky and we had him do robotics camp the year before because he was really mathematically inclined, and we thought he would like that. And he did not. And so he complained because he had done an after-school drama program at the school before he left. And his big complaint was, this was supposed to be drama club, and we didn't even get to put on a play. That was his thing. We didn't even get to put on a play. They just made puppets. And and so I said, well, let's think about doing, there's summer camp for theater. Do you want to try that? And he said that he did. And so I signed him up. And I remember the first day driving to pick him up, because he'd always start these programs and he'd be super enthusiastic. And then you show up at the end of the first day and he'd hate it for whatever reason, because it did not live up to his expectations, maybe. I don't know, because he's a little socially nervous, and I have no idea. But I remember driving to pick him up with my hands on the steering wheel, thinking, please don't hate this. Please don't hate this. Please don't hate this. And I would never let him quit. I'd always make him follow through on these things, and it would be torture. And I just I don't want to hear complaining all week. Please don't hate this. And I walked in there, and he runs up to me, and he gets really close, and he says really quietly, "It was so fun, Mommy. I loved it so much." And I just thought, phew, okay, well, that's great. And so then he went and he finished out the week, and he put on the play, and he was so nervous. He thought he was going to forget his lines. And we kept telling him, it's just going to be the parents. Nobody's going to care. Don't worry about it. We helped him learn all of his lines. And he was the one kid there that did not have to have lines whispered to him, because of his age. He knew all of his lines, and he played that role with so much gusto that people that were not his family walked up to him afterwards to tell him he did a great job. I mean, he just so loved it. And so then we went and had, we went to Waterloo afterwards and had some chicken wings, and we were debriefing about the week. We said, we're going to happy hour. And I asked him, I said, so what was your favorite part of the week? And he said, putting on the play. It was the best week of my life. I'm going to miss my friends so much. And he started crying. And so then a month later, he said he wanted to be in movies, and he kind of kept pushing it. I submitted him for an open call for an extra on an independent film, and they picked him, and they asked me to be in it too. And he just had the best time being an extra, which anyone who's ever done it knows it's boring, and you sit around and you wait. But I also met a lot of other parents, because it was a couple of kids' birthday party scenes. He worked a couple of days. And they told me about the UT student film scene. They told me about other websites. And so he started doing student films, and within less than a year, he had an agent. And in less than a year after that, he booked his first commercial, and he started booking leads in the UT student films in pretty short order.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah. So that's how that happened. And I mean, if he had been in school, there's no way we would have been able to do it. A lot of people assumed that we started him homeschooling for his acting, but no, the homeschooling was before. It was he was allowed the time to figure out what he loved because he wasn't in school. And we actually had the time to commit to that, and the auditions and everything that entailed, training.